I did also want to give some shout out to some Black Girl Magic. We got some great things that's happened this week that I have not gotten a chance to talk about. You see these ladies. We have Miss Rihanna over here on this side, who is now officially a billionaire according to Forbes. And then we have Miss Beyonce, who did an amazing article with Harper's Bazaar. So let's talk about them and this Black Girl Magic. We'll start with Rihanna. Now, it says recently Rihanna, this is shout out to Hype Beast. Recently, Rihanna was crowned with billionaire status by Forbes, making her the richest musician in the world and the second richest female entertainer, just behind Oprah. And upon hearing the news, the Barbadian singer and entrepreneur was asked by paparazzi on the street of New York what it was like to be a self-made billionaire. Now, this is what you call a self-made billionaire. We're not talking about Kylie Jenner, who already had a head start from her family and their sex tapes and escapades. We're talking about someone who came from rags to riches. Rihanna showed a cheeky smile and she walked away. She left those around her with a short but sweet declaration, God is good. Amen. God is good all the time, God's good. Forbes basically revealed that Rihanna's estimated net worth is around $1.7 billion, with the majority of her fortune being made through Fenty Beauty. You know, she owns 50% of that brand, which was launched in 2017, so in just 4 short years. Forbes also reported that Fenty Beauty is worth at least $2.8 billion overall. Also, she gets $270 million from her lingerie company, Savage X Fenty. I know I have contributed, honey. I have so much Savage X Fenty and Fenty makeup. It is not even funny. I am a Rihanna stan. You know how like everybody is their fan group. I am a part of the Navy. I am a Rihanna stan. I do not care if she doesn't make not one other album or anything like that. As far as I'm concerned, baby, you making more money doing fashion. I don't care if she makes another album or if she doesn't make another album. All her money, the majority of her money is 1.7 billion. So out of 1.7, 1.5 of it is coming from her other endeavors. You know, Fenty is under the Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy brand. So they're the other 50% of 50% conglomerate of this. She has her she had her luxury brand with Louis Vuitton. Now that didn't get, I don't think that accounted for much in this overall thing, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, those pieces were too expensive, and I love me some Rihanna and I support what she do, and I get dang near everything she put out, but I couldn't afford her clothes. But she is doing great things. Y'all stop asking her if she giving y'all music. She ain't. But did you get the new gloss bombs though? Did you get this new perfume though? That is where the money resides. Okay, that's where she gonna stay exactly. Also, let's talk about Beyonce, because Beyonce just did a interview, and you know Beyonce doesn't do a whole lot of interviews. She did an interview with Harper's Bazaar. We've seen some of the pictures. I'm going to show some of the pictures up here on the screen, because Beyonce did what Beyonce does. She understood the assignment. She looked amazing. She has a few sound bites. Let's go. Let me share my screen for y'all. So we see Beyonce seemingly aging backwards. Now, I am not a Beyonce stan, but I do respect her as an artist and entertainer. She is unparalleled. Okay, and just as she was another thing, just as she was releasing this interview with Harper's Bazaar, she did announce that she is dropping a new collection for her Ivy Park, as well as Ivy Park for kids. And we got to see her babies, the new babies, Rumi and Sir, in the ads for that. So that was cute. So this Harper Bazaar, the Icon edition, just slaying, looking like a beautiful peacock right here. Can't say anything. So let's go through some of the things they said. She said, you turned 40 on September 4th, reflecting on your life so far. What has each decade taught you? She says the first decade of my life was dedicated to dreaming because I was an introvert. I didn't speak very much as a child. I spent a lot of time in my head building my imagination. I am now grateful for those shy years of silence. Being shy taught me empathy and gave me the ability to connect and relate to people. I'm no longer shy, but I am not sure I would dream as big as I dream today if not for those awkward years in my head. I was competing in dance and singing competitions at age 7. When I was on the stage, I felt safe. I was often the only Black girl, and it was then that I started to realize I had to dance and sing twice as hard. I had to have stage presence, wit, and charm if I wanted to win. I started taking voice lessons from an opera singer at 9. By 10, I was already recording at least 50 or 60 songs. I had already recorded at least 50 or 60 songs in the recording studio. This was before Pro Tools, when you recorded on tape. Let me see where y'all at. Hey, thick girl. You're not that late, ma'am. We just really getting into it. What else? So this is another outfit. Her new Ivy Park line is going to be like rodeo inspired. So a lot of things are chaps and, hats and things like that. Are y'all here for it? Have y'all been seeing it? Are y'all here for it? This picture was so beautiful to me. This picture was gorgeous to me. I loved it. It's so editorial. Let's keep scrolling. This is a big point. She says that I'm at a point where I no longer need to compete with myself. I have no interest in searching backwards. The past is the past. And I mean, who does Beyonce have to compete with? She is the blueprint. Shout out to Encore. This is a note. This was my favorite picture of the entire photo shoot. That's why I have it here on the screen, because this was a nod to her first solo project, Crazy in Love. Y'all remember Crazy in Love? This was a note to that. I thought it was beautiful. This was good too. She says, how do you process the changing world of celebrity culture and protect your inner self? She says, we live in a... I'm getting you. Don't fuss at me. Y'all hear what I deal with? I get fussed at by a toddler on the daily. Well, then don't put it on the floor. Well, if you didn't put it on the floor, then we wouldn't be doing this. Okay. So how do you process the changing world of celebrity culture and protect your inner self? She says, we live in a world with few boundaries and a lot of access. There are so many internet therapists, comment critics, and experts with no expertise. Our reality can be warped because it's based on a personalized algorithm. It shows us whatever truths we are searching for, and that's dangerous. Yes, ma'am. She's speaking on that, because I say this all the time, especially when you are talking about things that you find on the internet. You can always find someone who validates your opinion and validates it in a way that it seems as fact. So this is such a true point, that we all have our own kind of personalized algorithm that we're seeing and that we're allowing to influence our day to day. She says we can create our own false reality when we are not fed a balance of what's truly going on in the world. It's easy to forget that there's still so much to discover outside of our phones. I'm grateful I have the ability to choose what I want to share. One day I decided I wanted to be like Sade and Prince. I wanted the focus to be on my music, because if my art isn't strong enough or meaningful enough to help people interested and inspired, then I'm in the wrong business. My music, my films, my art, my message, that should be enough. Now, I don't know about your films, Beyonce. I love you, girl. You be doing real good with the music and stuff, but your films be a little... Let me hush. Anyway, she says, throughout my career, I've been intentional about setting boundaries between my stage persona and my personal life. My family and friends often forget the side of me that is the beast in stilettos until they are watching me perform. It can be easy to lose yourself very quickly in this industry. It takes your spirit. Excuse me, y'all. It takes your spirit and your light, then spits you out. I've seen it countless times, not only with celebrities, but also producers, directors, executives, etc. It's not for everyone. Before I started, I decided that I'd only pursue this career if my self-worth was dependent on more than celebrity success. And see, that's the difference right there. Let's just stop right there. That is the difference between Beyonce and a lot of these celebrities that we're seeing nowadays. Because this is we're a part of clout culture. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say do anything for clout. We're a part of clout culture. where everything has to be recorded, every antic has to be showcased, and people are only as good as how many followers or subscribers that they have. And I think she is able to navigate this particular landscape of social media because she has been a star for so long. Because she's been a star for so long, she's been afforded the opportunity to give and take. Think about it. Beyonce is a part of the celebrity generation that the only way you got to talk to them is through interviews, or the only way you got to see them is through paparazzi. So she went from that to now everybody being their own paparazzi. I respect that she is so private and calculated with what she gives. Now, would this strategy work for, let's say, Chloe Bailey or whoever the next big star is coming up? I don't think it would. I think that we have become such a social media society that the privacy that Beyonce has afforded for herself is very limited and is not something that can be sustained for, new artists. But I respect her and how she does it. I do. Let's see. Let's go back to the article. She says, I've surrounded myself with honest people who I admire, who have their own lives and dreams and are not dependent on me. People I can grow and learn from, and vice versa. In this business, so much of your life does not belong to you unless you fight for it. I fought to protect my sanity and my privacy because the quality of my life depended on it. A lot of who I am is reserved for the people I love and trust. Those who don't know me and have never met me might interpret that is being closed off. Trust. The reason those folks don't see certain things about me is because my Virgo ass does not want them to see it. It's not because it doesn't exist. Yeah, that spoke to me as a Virgo. It spoke to me, baby. You're gonna get what we give you. You're gonna get what we give you. Oh, yes. Look at these swirls in that hair. Come on, Beyonce. Point that toe. You better point that toe. But yeah, she is definitely this was the perfect issue for her, the icon issue. She's sitting up here looking like a whole flamingo out here. Beautiful pictures. I liked this set too. This is so dance girl to me. Like these pants. Like this is so dance team to me. Makes me happy. But if y'all have not seen the article, I would suggest you going, checking it out. She has, like I said, look at the pictures. It was a really good interview. And I enjoyed it. So, yeah.